Morning, everybody. So, sir, do you have a case this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your name?
Jason Michael Davis.
Um, Sir, you want to come up to the podium? Is Angela Davis here? Sir. All right, actually, sir, you have a seat on that table, and Miss Davis, you can have a seat on this table. Or at the table. Okay, this is in the matter of Angela Renee Davis versus Jason Michael Davis, file number 2022-49097DO. So, Mr. Davis, we are here on a show cause for failure to pay spousal support. Says that you are ordered to pay $1,700 a month in spousal support, and as of today's date, you have an arrearage through the end of May would be $6,721. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you understand the maximum penalty for contempt of court for failure to comply with the court order can be up to 93 days in jail?
No.
Okay. So, Mr. Davis, you do have a right to have an attorney represent you at this and all subsequent hearings. If you can't afford to hire one, we can appoint you one at public expense. So, sir, are you going to retain counsel to represent you?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you do have a right to court-appointed counsel. I'm going to guess if you're supposed to pay $1,700 a month in spousal support, you probably don't qualify for court-appointed counsel.
I don't know, Your Honor.
Do you have a job?
No, I have a business. Your Honor.
Okay, that's a job.
It's
So
closed.
it's closed now?
Yes.
So have you gained other employment?
No, I haven't. I'm closing it down, selling the assets, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, and is the business being sold as well? The property, real property?
It is being sold, yes.
Okay, so sir, the last time you paid spousal support, you paid a lump sum of $5,200 on January 6th of 23. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, are you able to pay the arrearages owed today?
I'm able to pay $4,000
Okay, when can you pay that?
today
This morning, right now, after lunch?
after the bank opens this morning.
Okay, all right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this over to next Monday, for you to pay $4,000, okay? So Monday, it will be Monday, May 8th at 8 a.m., okay?
Okay.
And either have it paid by then or bring it in with you,
Okay. Your Honor.
right? Any questions?
Your Honor, my friend of the court, enforcement officer said that I may be able to make the statement.
You can, you can. Go ahead.
Well, I wrote it down because I had dates and things. It's kind
Okay,
of long.
so, here's what I'm saying, if he
Okay.
gives me money, that's all I'm really concerned about today.
Okay,
So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna set it out to Monday for him to pay $4,000. And then I'm gonna give him an opportunity to pay the balance owed, within so many days. And go from there.
okay.
So,
I'm concerned that he's intending to flee to avoid paying future payments.
we follow him wherever he goes, so, I'm not worried about that as much, but he has the right to leave the state of Michigan. There's nothing I can do about that. He doesn't have kids. Do you guys have kids?
No, they're grown. They're
Yeah,
not.
so he can move wherever he wants, but it doesn't mean this goes away. Ever. Okay, so I can issue bench warrants, I can do all kinds of things if he doesn't pay. All right, so you do have a right to speak in sentencing though, if he ends up pleading and he gets sentenced, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, so we'll see you back next Monday at 8 a.m.
I have a question, Your Honor. So I got the business in the divorce, and then as soon as the divorce was final, basically, tragedy hit and it was closed. Now I can't afford that $1,700 a month.
I would say you go ask an attorney. I don't give legal advice. I'm a
Then I,
judge.
okay, thank you.
So, all right, we'll see you back, May 8th at 8 AM. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. What's your name?
Jeannie Goff,
Say it again.
Jeannie Goff, Goff.
Judge, that's the pickup.
She's the pickup? Oh, you are the pick, okay. Is he the pickup?
My husband is supposed to be having a meeting with you this morning regarding law.
Okay, I don't know when I'll be able to get to jail to do that, so. We might be a few minutes, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, well, I have one unknown iPhone in my computer. All right, I have someone who's logged in on an iPhone. Sir, can you unmute yourself and let me know what your name is? You gotta unmute your device, sir. There's a little red microphone button with that line through it. Tap that and it'll unmute your device. Tap your screen. It should be on the bottom of the screen. If you tap your screen, it'll bring it up. I guess that's Mr. Lee, but. Let's call him in.
Okay.
Mr.
I
Okay,
had to go into my settings and allow it. That's why it wasn't working.
it's okay. It's okay. All right, so are you Gabriel Lee?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, this is in the matter of Melina Oliveras versus Gabriel Lee, file number 19-47015 DP. Mr. Lee, this is the date time set for a show cause for failure to pay child support. You are ordered to pay $248 a month in child support. As of today's date, you have an arrearage in excess of $5,337.64. So, Mr. Lee, do you understand that in the state of Michigan, you can be charged with a felony and face a maximum penalty of up to 4 years in prison?
I do now that you told me that.
Okay, so, sir, the last income withholding we had was well over a year ago in the amount of $69.31. Now, Mr. Lee, this is your first contempt of court, so the maximum penalty on this could be up to 45 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay, and on a second offense, it could be up to 90 days in jail. So, Mr. Lee, you do have a right to have an attorney represent you at this and all subsequent hearings. If you can't afford to hire an attorney, we can appoint you one at public expense. Are you going to hire an attorney? Would you like to have an attorney appointed, or would you like to continue without an attorney?
I mean, I think I'm all right. I should be fine. I've been off for like probably about a year and a half trying to get fixed with my stomach and issues at U of M. So, I mean, there's nothing that I can really I don't think I need an attorney. No.
Okay, so do you have some medical documentation of the issues?
Yeah, I have tons.
Okay.
all the way back from.
Hold on, Mr. Lee, hold on, hold on. So, does it make you, unable to work?
Back when I first got injured, yeah. Yeah.
Did
I
you
have-
provide that information to your friend, the court worker?
No, see, I haven't got anything in the mail or anything like for quite some
Mr.
time.
Lee, Mr. Lee, you know
Yeah.
you have to pay child support, right?
Yeah, last I knew I
And
was
then,
gonna,
Mr. Lee, just answer my questions. So you knew you had to pay child support and you know there's an order out there and then you didn't pay it for a year. And don't you think at some point if you were ill, you have to contact the court and let them know why you're not paying?
yeah,
It's not
Melina,
like we go away.
yeah, I understand. Melina had contacted me and it was to my understanding that her and her, I'm pretty sure now, is was going to want me to sign over on the kid because that was like a one night stand thing that happened
All right.
between.
Sir, Mr. Lee, hold on a second. So there's a whole lot of things going on in that conversation. So there are certain things you have to do to qualify to terminate your parental rights and to allow for, is she married?
I think so. I'm pretty sure she's married to him now.
Yeah,
That's-
and for him to adopt a minor child, it's a court proceeding, it has to go through the probate court. And then that doesn't necessarily mean that child support's forgiven unless they are willing to do that. So, you haven't received paperwork from the probate court, have you?
No, I haven't got any paperwork besides when it was sent to my grandmother's address, and then that's when I got this paperwork, and it's the first time I've got paperwork and since I've talked to Melina, which
He needs to
was
change his address.
year.
Mr. Lee,
Yeah.
now, I'm gonna guess you have not changed your address. And I don't want your address on the record right now, but do you still live on Jordan Street?
No, I don't live on Jordan Street. was
Okay,
living-
so Mr. Lee, hold on. So you have an obligation to change your address every single time you move. And if you haven't changed your address and the mail goes to the address that you provided us, that's valid service. So if you move and you don't get mail from us, that's not our fault, that's your fault.
When you
So-
say that the address, that's like, not to sound dumb, but like I would change my address each time at the post office for my mail.
All right,
That-
I don't work for the US Post Office. I work for Lenawee County in the state of Michigan.
Well,
So if
then-
you change your address at the post office, it doesn't change it in our records. And they
Okay.
only forward mail for a period of time. So it sounds like our friend of the court paperwork just kept going to your old address.
Yeah, that's exactly what was happening. I thought
Yeah,
one
so,
for all of that. That's on me.
yeah. So, Mr. Lee, as I said, you have an arrearage in excess of $5,337. Are you now employed?
I go Wednesday to my manpower to do my drug test and start a new job because just of recently, like, I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks now since my last appointment. I'm cleared and fine to work and I'm okay and healed. So then I was gonna go right back to work, which that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so, sir, that's good. All right, so what I'm gonna do, so you'll know Wednesday whether or not you got the job at Manpower?
Yeah,
Or
I
have you
mean, they
been
have,
working, or are you just starting working with Manpower?
no, I've worked through manpower for the past like 7 to 8 years. I always was working all the way up until about a year and a half, 2 years ago when I got hurt at work, overlifting and pulling muscles in my stomach. So then I was off and wasn't able to lift anything for the whole time and finally just now getting healed and am fine to work.
Okay. Okay,
Or
so
else-
I,
Off. There wouldn't be anything.
okay, so, Mr. Lee, I'm going to set this over for 2 weeks. You provide verification of employment.
Okay.
So I'm gonna set it over to May 15 at 8 AM.
Okay.
So we'll see back on May 15 at 8 AM, and you are to have employment.
Okay.
I'm gonna stop live stream so we get your new address on the record, because that